Hello everyone, welcome to Fulton County Library streaming Storytime. My name is Oscar Gittemeier. Come here, Bonnie Prince. And this is my dog, Bonnie Prince. He's here with me at home today. Like a lot of you, I'm going to be working from home, like a lot of y'all are working from home or doing your schoolwork from home, and you're getting to spend a lot of time with your family. So I hope during this time when you get to, sit down buddy, sit down, when you get to hang out with your family, I hope part of that time gets to be spent sharing some of your favorite stories. So what I've done today is I've pulled some of my favorite stories from when I was little. This was a story my mother used to read to me all the time, so you can tell this book is very worn and very well loved. So the first story we're going to read is Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. If you have read this book before, post below. If you've read it before, give me a thumbs up if you like this story. And post below what some of your favorite books are from when you were little. So without further ado, Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. One morning, a mosquito saw an iguana drinking at a water hole. The mosquito said, "Iguana, you will never believe what I saw yesterday." "Try me," said the iguana. The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams that were almost as big as I am." "What's a mosquito compared to a yam?" snapped the iguana grumpily. "I would rather be deaf than listen to such nonsense." Then he stuck 2 sticks in his ears and went off, meek, 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 through the reeds. The iguana was still grumbling to himself when he happened to pass by Python. The big snake raised his head and said, "Good morning, iguana." But the iguana did not answer, but lumbered on, bobbing his head, "Bada-man, bada-man." "Now why won't he speak to me?" said the python to himself. "Iguana must be angry about something. I'm afraid he is plotting some mischief against me." He began looking for somewhere to hide. The first likely place he found was a rabbit hole, and in it he went. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. When the rabbit saw the big snake coming into her burrow, she was terrified. She scurried out through the back way and bounded kirk, 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 across the clearing. A crow saw the rabbit running for her life. He flew into the forest crying, "Caw, caw, caw." It was his duty to spread the alarm in case of danger. A monkey heard the crow. He was sure that some dangerous beast was prowling near. He began screeching and leaping keely-weely through the trees to help warn the other animals. As the monkey was crashing through the treetops, he happened to land on a dead limb. It broke and fell on an owl's nest, killing one of the owlets. Mother Owl was not at home, for though she usually hunted only in the night, this morning she was still out searching for one more tidbit to satisfy her hungry babies. When she returned to the nest, she found one of them dead. Her other children told her that the monkey had killed it. All that day and all that night she sat in her tree, so sad, so sad, so sad. Now it was Mother Owl who woke the sun each day so that the dawn could come. But this time, when she should have hooted for the sun, she did not do it. The night grew longer and longer. The animals of the forest knew it was lasting much too long. They feared that the sun would never come. At last, Lion called a meeting of the animals. They came and sat down, pem, 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 around a council fire. Mother Owl did not come, so the antelope was sent to fetch her. When she arrived, King Lion said, "Mother Owl, why have you not called the sun? The night has lasted long, 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 and everyone is worried." Mother Owl said, "Monkey killed one of my owlets. Because of that, I cannot bear to wake the sun." The king said to the gathered animals, "Did you hear? It was the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then King Lion called the monkey. He came before him nervously, glancing from side to side. "Rim, rim, rim, rim." "Monkey," said the king, "why did you kill one of Mother Owl's babies?" "Oh, king," said the monkey, "it was the crow's fault. He was calling and calling to warn us of danger, and I went leaping through the trees to help. A limb broke under me, and it fell, to the owl's nest." The king said to the council, "So it was the crow who alarmed the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then the king called for the crow. The big bird came flapping up. He said, "King Lion, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw her running for her life in the daytime. It wasn't that reason enough to spread an alarm?" The king nodded his head and said to the council, "So it was the rabbit who startled the crow who alarmed the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then King Lion called the rabbit. The timid little creature stood before him, one trembling paw drawn up uncertainly. "Rabbit," cried the king, "why did you break a law of nature and go running, running, running in the daytime?" "Oh, king," said the rabbit, "it was the python's fault. I was in my house minding my own business when that big snake came in and chased me out." The king said to the council, "So it was the python who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." King Lion called the python, who came slithering whoosh, 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 past the other animals. "But king," he cried, "it was the iguana's fault. He wouldn't speak to me, and I thought he was plotting some mischief against me. When I crawled into the rabbit's hole, I was only trying to hide." The king said to the council, "So it was the iguana who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Now the iguana was not at the meeting, for he had not heard the summons. The antelope was sent to fetch him. All the animals laughed when they saw the iguana coming. Bat him in, with the sticks still stuck in his ears. King Lion pulled out the sticks. Prump, prump. Then he asked Iguana, "What evil have you been plotting against the python?" "None. None at all," cried the iguana. "Python is my friend." "Then why wouldn't you say good morning to me?" demanded the snake. "I didn't hear you or even see you," said the iguana. "Mosquito told me such a big lie, I couldn't bear to listen to it, so I put sticks in my ears." Laughed the lion. "So that's why you had sticks in your ears." "Yes," said the iguana. "It was the mosquito's fault." King Lion said to the council, "So it was the mosquito who annoyed the iguana, who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." "Punish the mosquito! Punish the mosquito!" cried all the animals. When Mother Owl heard that, she was satisfied. She turned her head toward the east and hooted, "Hoo, hoo, hoo," and the sun came up. Meanwhile, the mosquito had listened to it all from a nearby bush. She crept under a curly leaf and never found, and she was never found and brought before the council. But because of this, the mosquito has a guilty conscience. To this day, she goes about whining in people's ears. Zzz, is everyone still angry at me? When she does that, she gets an honest answer. Kapow! And that is the end of Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. This was one of my favorite childhood books when I was little. You can tell it's a very worn book. My mother used to read this to me all the time. And she used to also take me to the Ferguson Public Library when I was little in St. Louis. That was my childhood library. What is your favorite library, or what is your childhood library? Post below and tell us which library you like to go to and where you like to get your books from. One of my favorite books that I used to love to get from the library was a book of poetry by Shell Silverstein, and this one is also very well worn. This is Where the Sidewalk Ends, and I got this for my 9th birthday when I was 9 years old because I love this book so much. So I'm going to read a few poems from here. Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shell Silverstein. Invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer. If you're a pretender, come sit by my fire, for we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. And that was Invitation. The next poem we're going to read is called Sick. I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. My mouth is wet, my throat is dry, I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks, I've counted 16 chicken pox. And there's one more, that's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? My leg is cut, my eyes are blue, it might be instamatic flu. I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke, I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin, my belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched, my ankle's sprained, my appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold, my toes are numb, I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff, my voice is weak, I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling up my mouth, I think my hair is falling out. My elbow's bent, my spine ain't straight, my temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk, I cannot hear, there's a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail and my heart is... What? What's that? What's that you say? You say today is Saturday? Whew, goodbye. I'm going out to play. And that is Sick by Shel Silverstein. And our next poem is called Love. Ricky was L, but he's home with the flu. Lizzie, our O, had homework to do. Michelle E probably got lost on the way, so I'm all of love that could make it today. And our last poem is Where the Sidewalk Ends. There is a place where the sidewalk ends and before the street begins. And there the grass grows soft and white, and there the sun burns crimson bright. And there the moonbird rests from his flight to cool in the peppermint wind. Let us leave this place where the smoke blows black and the dark street winds and bends. Past the pits where the asphalt flowers grow, we shall walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and watch where the chalk arrows go to the place where the sidewalk ends. Yes, we'll walk a walk that is measured and slow, and we'll go where the chalk white arrows go. For the children they mark, and the children they know the place where the sidewalk ends. And those were a few poems from Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends. And this was one of my absolute favorite books when I was a little kid. My mother bought this for me for my birthday. What are some of your favorite books that you love to check out from the library, that you check out over and over and over, and maybe your parents should buy for you too? So that was one of my favorites. So my son, even before he could read, he could quote William Blake, because this was his favorite picture book when he was little. It's called The Tyger, and it's a William Blake poem. I hope that you like it too. The Tyger. Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp, dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears? Did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tyger, Tyger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Here's the big reveal. Here's the Tyger. And that is The Tyger by William Blake. And that is dedicated to my son, Austin. This was his favorite picture book when he was little. He is 23 years old now, and we don't do story times together anymore. So I hope that everyone out there, you're able to sort of use this time to reconnect with each other and to have those special stories. You might be able to find some of your favorite picture books during this time when we're all at home together with each other. You can, pick out and read your favorite stories to each other tonight. And parents, I really strongly encourage you to share stories about your favorite childhood books when you were little. Who read to you? Tell your kids what your favorite books were. Share those stories with your little ones. And also, if you don't have any books at home right now, you can always go on the library's website, and we have free ebooks that you can get on your tablet or your smartphone. So if you want to download audiobooks, ebooks, any of those, we have tons for kids. There's eRead Kids. It provides free books for the entire state of Georgia. Every public library in Georgia has access to it. The Fulton County libraries also have Libby, and we have Hoopla, tons of free books that you have access to. So thank you again for joining us today for the Fulton County Library special streaming story time. Join us every day at 11 a.m. We'll be doing the streaming story time. And, hopefully everybody's enjoying being at home and staying in their pajamas. Bye, everybody. Thanks.